Yesterday, I got to pick up my grandson, and it was such a cool thing. It really made my day. And here's why. I got to school, I picked him up. He came out, it was an after school thing, and he had this little food boat filled with pieces of pear. There were like about 5 or 6 pieces of pear. And as we were walking out, I said, "Would you like to sit down and eat your pear? Well, we can sit and talk." We took a few more steps. I said, "Grandpa, can we sit?" So we found a spot. It was like a little bump up of a curve. We sat down. He's 5 and a half, and he's delightful. And as we sat there, he ate his pears. I asked him if he liked the pears. He said, "I don't remember what it tastes like." That was a great answer. But we sat there for maybe 5 minutes. He ate his pears, and we just talked. He talked to me about his day. He talked about seeing my car out the window, so he knew I was here. He talked about some other things. It made my day. It was delightful. We then got up, went to my car, and then the whole way to pick up his sister at daycare, we just kept the conversation going. Now, I remember when he was really little, he would be sitting on the floor and he would pat the floor next to him. He didn't have to say it because I don't think he could. "Grandpa, come and sit." And he would pat it another time. As soon as I sat down with him, we had established another connection. It was one of those things that I will treasure always from when he was growing up. Here's the thing that's really significant about that event yesterday and about other events too. Sometimes we think, okay, it's just going to take too much time to create a connection with somebody. It's really not. It's not that difficult. I worked in a school, and the motto at our school, one of the sayings we had was that nobody eats alone at Harborside. What a great idea. It wasn't just a motto, though. When those kids, the very first day they walked in as freshmen, we told them that's a saying at Harborside. Nobody eats alone at Harborside. And we trained them. Didn't take much. It was like, hey, remember, nobody's supposed to eat alone. Well, we would point out in the cafeteria, hey, why don't you go sit next to that person and just see if you can have a conversation with. Oh, okay. And they would just do it. They were that easy about it. They just said, great, because it often was returned. And a lot of times what happened is this person who was eating alone, who didn't know anybody, got invited to share in a group. It didn't take much to teach them. We just had to set the intention, and people had to be willing to do that. Well, I always went to the lunchroom, and I would share my lunch with the other teachers in the lunchroom. That eventually they changed into a classroom, and it was gone. So where do we go then? Well, what they do with teachers is they take them to the bottom, to the basement. There was a room down there. It had one set of windows very high at the top. And they did clean it up and they made it look nice and they made it be a friendly place as much as they could in the basement of the school. I started inviting teachers to come down there and have a lunch with me. I would put it out in emails. Hey, I'm going for lunch. Come join me. Hey, love to see you at lunch. They've made this place fun, exciting, exceptional, comfortable. I don't know how much of that was true, but I would build it up. Come and have lunch with me. One or two people would wander down. And the thing about it was a little difficult because you either had to take 3 flights of stairs down or you had to take the elevator down. It was just inconvenient, except the librarian. Her name was Marianne, and Marianne and I had lunch together for a whole year. Sometimes the conversation was just about what happened that morning. Sometimes it was about things that she was struggling with or things that I was struggling with. And we had this sharing, this give and take of conversation that word by word, kind of inch by inch, we created this really nice collegial relationship at work, just with the idea of nobody eating alone at Harborside, just the idea of come and sit with me. Come and walk with me. Come and talk with me. What would have made that situation with my grandson just as memorable as if we just sat, if we were just comfortable being in each other's spaces. Come sit with me. Come talk with me. It We can make it really hard. Like, oh no, what do I say? I don't know. Talk about the weather. People make fun of talking about the weather. It's a conversation starter. It gets you started to have the conversation. Who knows where that conversation will go as you're talking about the weather? I have weather stories. I have all kinds of weather stories. Come and sit with me. Nobody eats alone. As leaders, if you take the time to invite somebody to lunch just to talk, first thing they're going to go, oh, what I do? Lunch with the boss. But what if they came in and sat down and you shared lunch and there was no agenda? Hey, tell me how are things going with your kids? Tell me about your vacation. It doesn't matter. As long as it's just that. That is just lunch. There's a dating site. It's just lunch. Invite those people in. Let them know that you want to learn their stories. You start to create connections in that way. You start to create trust in that way. Trust doesn't go from 0 to 100 overnight or over a lunch, but it's a great start. And so you build on trust and you build on trust and you build on connection. And pretty soon, what's going to happen is you're going to have other people go, hey, I'd like to have lunch with you too. Or you're going to have other people going, come and have lunch with me. Come and sit by me. That's powerful. And it doesn't have to be something that's strenuous or difficult or uncomfortable. The uncomfortableness comes in the first couple moments. Maybe you don't know what to say. That's okay. Maybe you don't want to feel like you're prying into somebody's life. Don't pry. Have a conversation that's simple, that's easy, that's just about things that start on the surface. Small talk is great because it allows you to go deeper if you want to. Sometimes small talk is small talk and it doesn't go anywhere. And that's okay too. But what if you invite somebody to lunch to just sit with you or to just walk with you? Some of the greatest conversations I have with people are when I'm out for a walk with them. Sometimes it's over coffee. Sometimes it's over lunch. Sometimes it's just passing in the same space. I was a teacher, so I had 1 or 2 or 3 minute conversations with a lot of people in the hallway, and I built relationships, and I built connection, and I built trust in those 1 or 2 or 3 minute conversations. Maybe you have grandkids. When's the last time you just sat with them? Maybe you have coworkers and you all take your lunch at different times. What if you said to somebody, hey, let's go have lunch together? I'll meet you in the cafeteria, we'll have lunch. What's the worst that could happen? What if you just eat in silence, but you both understand that that's what you need in the moment? Just to sit and eat together in silence. Sometimes shared silence, if there's that understanding that that's what it is, it's magical because it lets people know that you at least want to connect with them and share the same space with them. So you want to build trust with other people, you want to build connection with other people, invite them in for a simple conversation. Invite them into a space that's a safe space, a space that's comfortable, a space that's in nature, a space that says, I just want to enjoy your company. I just want to be in your presence. Come sit with me.